Gentleman behind you was up first. Please come forward.
My name is Andy Hixson. I live at 5 Concord, Crystal City, and I have been sworn in, sir.
Thank you.
I am here with Mayor Tom Schilly, Mayor Pro Temp Dave Picarilla, Councilman Ken Duncan, Councilman Charlie DeBoer, Building Superintendent Carrie Friedmeyer, Building Commissioner Rick Cox, and Fire Chief Tony Bova, all from Crystal City. With Crystal City being the sole property owner on both the north and the west side of the property, the city is stating questions, not against jobs, not against development of the site, and not against any individual involved. The city has questions of the rezoning from a planned industrial zone in RL2, large lot resident, to PM, planned mixed-use district because of the unknown aspects of this project. The entire civic burden of this project falls upon one community, while creating no direct revenue for Crystal City. There are many blanket statements in this report, with Crystal City having no say over the matter. On page 8 of the Planning Division staff report, it states that the western two-thirds of the mine have columns that are laid out in an organized and grid pattern. These smaller leasehold estates propose a number of different commercial, light industrial, and industrial uses. In the third paragraph on page 8, it states that all uses are allowed in PM district except for underground storage. However, the petitioner is therefore requesting that the county council allow underground storage to be permitted as part of the proposed development plan. In permitted land use in a planned mixed-use district, all the following are acceptable: solid waste transfer stations, wineries, shooting ranges, cement, lime, gypsum, and plaster of Paris manufacturing, health clubs, offices, miscellaneous manufacturing industries, and restaurants, just to name a few of the operations that could be side by side. Operations involving the storage or use of hazardous material are also acceptable so long as the proper permitting is obtained. On page 9 of the Vols Incorporated reports, it states, "It is difficult to predict future uses within specific categories, especially uses in such categories totaling 30 to 120. That is good news to hear for the developers to expect such diversity in business until one of the estates has a chemical processing plant located next to a restaurant. With no restrictions in place, this is a very real possibility. Once again, fear of the unknown." Several times throughout the report, it states the planned mixed-use zone district would not be out of character for the neighborhood. There are properties in the vicinity that are proposed development that appear compatible with the PM district zone. Directly across Platinum Creek, there is an old PPG factory site that is slated to be developed as an iron ore reduction plant by Wings Enterprises. This is very true, but a major difference is there was a well-presented plan. There were 23 criteria that must be complied with by Wings in the conditional use permit approved by Crystal City Council in March 2009. Failure to comply with any of these principles violates the conditional use permit and is subject permits to revocation. Currently, the property only has one entrance. Such limited access and egress creates safety and traffic flow issues. What type of specialized emergency service training will this development require? In the conditional use permit between Wings and the city, any excess safety training or equipment that is used in the dealing with any specialized problems must be paid for by the Wings Corporation. Crystal City Underground Mine is not in the city limits of Crystal City, but Crystal City is the emergency service first responder. Can the city expect CCU to comply with similar safety conditions and cover the expenses for this property as Wings Enterprises do? Fear of the unknown is creating safety concerns for first responders now. Crystal City is located on two sides of this project. The only access route to the property goes through our community. In order to prepare a public safety response and for peace of mind and for our citizens, it is essential to know what is being hauled through our town and being stored next door. While high-end retail shopping and restaurants would be welcome and a great to have in the proximity, a garbage processing plant may not seem as appealing. Crystal City supports jobs, economic development, and growth. However, it is our primary mission to protect the safety of our citizens and property values. This plan is not sufficient in detail or scope to assure the city there is no detrimental or unsafe outcomes. Therefore, at this time, the city cannot support the plan.
Any questions for Mr. Hixson? I have one, I'm assuming you want these entered into evidence.
Yes, please, sir.
The city council for the Crystal City, the document you presented here, Was this document voted on by the city council, and is there minutes that back up to show it was approved by the city council?
Yes, sir. It was voted on in March 2009, and
March of 2009.
we can provide the minutes of requested, sir.
All right. Anybody else have any questions for Mr. Hixson? Not right now. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
I'd like to enter into evidence these two documents presented by Crystal City. This will be E. Evidence on E. I'll entertain a motion to accept these two documents.